Hello everybody, this is Night Bandit again. I'm playing another game of Dominion, and on the enemy team, we'll be up against a Teemo, a Ramus, a Lee Sin, a Kennen, and a Twitch. On my team, I'm playing as Annie, and with her Frostfire skin, and we have an Xerath, a Swain, a Shaco, and someone that isn't quite connected yet. So I won't introduce them unless they, pop up or until the game starts. Now, Annie is a burst DPS caster. Oh, and we have a match to get, it would seem. But yes, Annie is a burst DPS caster, and she does a lot of damage with her basic abilities. Especially with her ultimate, which summons that big bear you see in the background. Which does a lot of damage, and it summons pretty much the equivalent of a super minion to fight for you. My goal in this game with Annie is to attempt to get a decent score, at least second place, and focus more on assassinating enemy champions and capping points as quickly as possible. I will, however, be trying to build a build that's going to counter their Twitch and their Teemo's invisibility. By doing this, I'll probably have to buy a lot of Orgos extracts, which is a very useful item when you're up against someone like Twitch or Teemo, who puts invisible traps for you if you step in and kill you. Another champion you need to be wary of is Ramus, seeing as he can go from one side of the map to the other with great ease. And he gets there pretty quickly too. Thanks to his roll up, which allows him to move really quickly. And when he hits his target, they get knocked up in the air and stunned for a second. Which doesn't bode well for you if you get hit by it. Kennen isn't too scary as long as you're not too close to him. Just because if he misses with Thundering Shuriken, the only attacks he can do is to get close with his Lightning Rush and his W attack, Electrical Surge. Other than that, the only attack for him to be wary of is his Slicing Maelstrom. Lee Sin, he does a Hey Doken-esque attack. As long as you dodge, you're fine. But anyways, I opened up my build of Annie by buying a Prospector's Ring, which is in the Ability Fire tab right here. I buy that, and I buy my basic booties, like I do for most champions in Minion. Because the bonus speed is very helpful. I put 2 points in Incinerate and 1 in Disintegrate. And while I'm waiting, I'm going to spam Incinerate on the Summoner platform. So I can get stacks for Pyromania passive. At 5 stacks, your spell stuns somebody. And by the time the game starts, if you keep doing this, you will be at 5 stacks. But yeah, not a whole lot going on, just waiting at the Summoner platform for the game to start. It should be pretty interesting though. I can't guarantee them a win, seeing as their team is pretty good in Dominion with their high DPS output. Alright, I'm not going to spam it anymore because I'm at my Pyromania stack cap. I'm energized. Also, if you're ever fighting an Annie, they'll get that little ring around them when their passive is ready. So if you see that, don't get too close or else she'll stun you and deal a lot of damage to you really quickly. Now, I'm taking the middle turret, or tower, capture point, whatever you want to call it. And while Xerath, Yi, and Shaco go up top. As you can see, Ramus is already at top due to his immense speed. I'm going to capture our tower, and I'm going to catch up to my team with Ghost. Which is, I highly recommend the spell to have if you're playing Dominion. Now I'm going to go over here, gonna stun Twitch, and deal decent damage to him actually. Okay, I'm going to come in here, Fireball Ramus. I'm going to capture the points relatively easily. And kill Teemo with my massive spell output. And happily claim top lane. After I capture, I'm going to go out back. deal as much damage as I can to Ramus before he just rocks me. But I'm going to be able to get away from him, just barely. As Shaka will chase him now, makes him run away. Go back to base, get my ultimate ready, and I'm going to buy Sorcerer's Shoes and work on my Void Staff. Void Staff is a pretty good early game item to get. Gives you more spell penetration. And afterwards, you should get a Rabbitin's Death Cap. I'm going to go back up top, though, to help to stop Teemo from capturing this point. Because it seems Shako isn't. I'm going to ping a couple times so I can see, you know, they're capturing the point. Hurry up, Knucklehead. Kind of thing. Alright, I'm going to go in. I can help him kill Teemo. I'm going to cut him off. I'm going to hype in my team for the most part. I'm going to use my Tibbers to take him out pretty easily. With my ultimate, I can pretty much almost one-shot any champion with my normal spell combination. Just because he does a crap load of damage, about 254. And then he also smacks people around during the full duration. You'll see that Swain was able to take bottom lane. So now we're dealing damage to Nick is a lot quicker than they could, because we're now 4-1 bases. Since the team has less bases, they obviously can't do any damage to us. We're going to defend top lane for a while. Not a whole lot of interesting things. But I do see Rammus taking the middle shrine. This is really dangerous. Because Rammus does a lot of damage. And he does even more of that shrine. Because now when I hit him, he's just gonna hurt. Now I'm gonna ready my shield to get another stack of Pyromania and defend this point, because now it's a quest point, very important. But we seem to be pushing up. We want this quest point as well. I'm gonna kill a bunch of minions with my Incinerate. Get ready to do whatever I need to do to put the game in our favor more, like more than it already is. Seeing as our Swain's pretty good holding the position. Gonna use that. But I can see Rammus going for a base. He's gonna try and get away, but I'm gonna ghost back and defend it. But Kennen was able to ninja middle from us. Why weren't paying any attention. So now instead of them taking damage, we're taking damage. I'm just gonna kill some minions. You know, nothing interesting. I'm gonna fireball Rammus, and my Tibbers is gonna finish him off. Gonna go in here. Tibbers is gonna kill him, and I'm gonna get legendary status. And I'm gonna get the hell out of here. Gonna heal up and be. And apparently they're saying I'm beast. I'm doing pretty good this game as Annie, though. A lot better than I thought it might be. It's been a while since I've played as her. But I've already gotten 8 kills, no deaths, and 2 assists. Now I want to try and chase Teemo down, but he's gotten pretty far away, so if he gets in range, though, I will be able to burst him down pretty quickly, even when he has that much health left. His magic resistance will help him, but it won't be enough to survive my spell combo. Well, he might have just barely enough left, but the burn damage should finish him off. Now, I see Ken getting ready to charge in full-heartedly, and we're going to back off a bit, because there's 3 on 2. Even though I'm doing really good, I'm still not, you know, invincible. I'm immortal. Especially when my ultimate's is on cooldown at the moment. I'm kind of saving my stun, though, just in case for, like, Kennen comes out of nowhere and tries to start something. You know, you don't want things to go sour really quickly. Like, there's Lee Sin. I'm gonna burn him up pretty good. And he's gonna run away. Because I'm pretty sure he's aware that I can take him out pretty quickly if he's not careful. Now, I'm gonna go down here in the bushes, and I'm gonna incinerate these guys. Give him my last stack of, so I can now stun Lee Sin if he gets too close. Which I will. He's pretty much dead. Get ready for this. Got a fireball Teemo. And with help of my teammates, kill both of them relatively easy. And claim another point. Now I'm going to go up and claim this middle point. Hopefully, if Shaco can hold that point long enough, we can capture this one underneath their nose and get the quest buff. Now, Tibbers can't help you capture points, though. Which is why he isn't the best minion. And we're just a bit too slow to get there. I'm going to stun him with that. And I'm going to get the hell out of here. Get the health shrine, and yeah, I'm just gonna help out Swain. Hopefully we can take him out, though. If he doesn't overstep his boundaries, though, I will kill him as quickly as possible. I'm gonna use that and get out of there. With my legendary status still intact. Uh-oh. I gotta get out of there. So I'm gonna go back to base. I'm gonna go get my needlessly large rod, increasing my AP even more so. So I'm slowly becoming really, really scary in a one-on-one fight, even more than I was earlier. Because I have sold quite a bit of Magic Foundation, with a grand total of plus 60. So if they have less than 60 magic resistance, that means I'm going to do more and more damage. Now, this is Lee Sin. I'm going to stun him if he gets too close, and deal massive damage. And finish him off with Incinerate. More or less. He can't quite beat me, but he manages to finish me off with Ignite, which is okay. I need just a tad bit more AP for me to be able to do that to Lee Sin, it would seem. So that's what I get for overstepping my boundaries. Even though I did end up killing him. But so far I'm doing what I was planning to in this game, getting quite a few kills. And Melee is taking the role of the assassin on our team. Completely demolishing as many enemy champions as I can, while trying to capture as many points as I can too. Like, right now I'm going to try to push a bottom, deal with all these minions, which should be pretty easy. I pretty much one-shot all the not siege minions that are in my path in one cone. I'm not going to max out my Disintegrate. They're paying